How are you all doing? I hope you're well. My name's Suzie and I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia. So I actually live in the suburbs of Brisbane. But anywhere in Australia I can help you out if you're looking for products for paper crafting. So whether it's inks, refills, pads, paper, pattern paper, any of them. Morning, Roz. How you going? Lovely to see you. So anything to do with paper crafting, I can help you out. And if you just have a question that you don't know the answer to, and I don't know it, hi Tanya, I will find out for you and call you back. Now, all my information is in the more box below. So if you click on the tag, it will come up with more and 3 dots. So just click on that and it'll bring all the information from this video down, including my email and my phone. Okay, so here we are Wednesday, so part 3 of an intermediate cards. So I've picked one out to do today. So I've sort of made it my own because the way that the person did it wasn't how I liked it. So I've made bits and pieces my own. All right, so we all know Black Friday is ahead now, and you've got 40% off selected products. So some papers, some glues, and I can't remember what the other one is. Ink refills, I think. So some of those you can get 40% off. So if you're a demonstrator, you can always get your 20 or 25% off plus your 40%. So that takes it down to under half price, which is brilliant. So a lot of people have been hopping on and making their orders. So we've also got the new catalogue that is coming out in January to April. We can also pre-order products at the moment. Hi Kim, how you going? Blends, yeah. I'd forgotten about those. Thanks, Roz. So yeah, so we can pre-order. So I'm actually waiting till next month to do some pre-ordering. So also too, the Blush with Beauty, they are putting out as a card tutorial, and that is $53. So you can go in normally and pick that out and pay for it. So up the top there, I always do it wrong, is Shop with Me. So any of the products I use today are in my shop. So that goes all my jibber jabber, like I say. And now we'll go down to the desk and we'll see what we're going to do. So just bear with me a minute while I change my camera and check my audio because for some reason it's not holding. So there we go. Now I'm using this beautiful paper. It's called Modern Christmas. I haven't got much of it left actually. So this paper is absolutely gorgeous. So I must order another pack of it because I've only got a couple of pieces left. Yeah, I've not even got 2 pieces. That's all I've got, and some bits. So I must order another pack of it. Absolutely gorgeous paper. So the card I'm doing today is called a top flat fun fold card. That's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? So, and I'm going to be using a beautiful pattern embossing folder. So this is a new one out. What's up this end? Haven't even opened it. How'd it go? You love the DSP, yeah, so do I. It's gorgeous, isn't it? So I had my last appointment at the doctor yesterday, and I got the all clear, which is really great. So I was happy with that. So I'm going to actually emboss this piece. So you know this is the front, and you put your okay, yep, not a problem. Yep, not a problem at all. So I'm going to do this one. I don't know how it'll come up. Like, is it the 3? No, it's just an ordinary one, so it's not a 3D one. And we'll bring the big boss up. Yes, it is always good to get good news. And I was actually in and out. Like, my appointment was 3 o'clock. And I always get there a little bit early. And I was actually out before the 3 o'clock. So I was in, been weighed, had my blood pressure taken. I do this, I want it the other way. And seen the doctor, the specialist. And I think I was out at 2:59 or something like that. Okay. I don't think it is. Oh, that worked. All this way. So yeah, so it's really good. And Shane got a park outside the front of the hospital, which usually it's just for putting hi Sarah, how you going? We're good. Hope you are too. So this is that new embossing folder. Pretty, isn't it? I thought it would just add a little bit to the front of the card. Oops. So we'll put that away. But it doesn't say it's not a 3D one. Oh well, that did it. That's all we need. Okay, so my card base is 5.5 by 8.5, and then folded in a half. So then I'm going to take my mat and I'm going to add that to the front there. and then this piece will go on here like that. Okay, and then inside I have some mats as well, so they are going to go there, and then this is my flap. Which folder? That is the beautiful pattern folder. It's a new one. So this is going to go over the top like that, straight up. So with the flap, and the flap is 3 1/4 by 5 1/4. Just give that a little bit of a, and you've on the 5 1/2 or 5 1/4 side, you do 1/4 of an inch. So that is going to sit on there like that. So roughly about in the middle, and just leave it up a fraction so that it's easy to fold over. So first I think we'll do our front cover. So the front flap is 3 1/4 by 5 1/4. And then just a fraction smaller to do the gold. So I'll put that on there. Now this card I got off, I think it was Jan Dolan. I know her surname was Dolan. I think it was Jan. And I thought, well, that's a little bit different, a card. So that goes on there like that. And then we'll add that to our front card. So okay, Sarah, wonderful. You can always come back, darling. Always. And you're never too late. Okay, so we'll put this on here. And just got a little bit of a white border around. I seem to be favouring these very little border. It I think it looks a lot nicer. So there's the front of our card. And then we're going to open this up, and we're going to put our flapping. So we're going to put our glue along this edge there, and then we'll line it up, but leave a tiny little gap so that it folds over quite easy. Otherwise it's going to be too bulky on your card. So just below the score line. And make it in the middle. Just slightly a bit. So that it's nice and flat. So that's our flap. So when it's finished, that will actually sit. That's not exactly straight, is it? That looks about right. So that will then sit over our card like that. And because we've got that fraction, make sure that it's glued down properly. Because we've left that little gap here, it will sit nicely. So I'm just going to give that a bit of a going over with my bone folder so that will be nice. I got a feeling it goes on the inside. Yeah, I've got a feeling it goes on the inside. So we'll just flip that over. And then it goes like that. That's the way it goes. I knew it didn't look right. Yes, Kim. Because if it went the way that I just did it, you would see it on the back. And we don't want to see that. So it actually goes on the inside. And when it opens up, it goes like that. That's right. And what happens is our inside mats will cover that. So there we go. So now we can do our inside mats. And for inside, I've got a piece of black mat, and that is 4 inches by 5 1/4. And then I've got a piece of pattern paper. Yes, when I did it, I realised what I'd done, Kim. So that is 5 1/4, or just under 5 1/4 by 4 inches. So that will then sit on there like that. So we'll put that down. I knew as soon when I did it and I looked at the back that it wasn't right. Oh, Lordy be. These things are sent to try us, aren't they? So that will then sit there like that. So that will cover then that up. And I'm going to put a sentiment on there. So first we'll glue it in. Mr. Bear chewed one of my cards up last night. the butterfly off my card. He's into chewing everything. Now don't put it right up, because if you do, it won't fold properly. So there's that. This is a nice, quick, easy card. Oh, Kim, I spent $60 on stamps. Well, I'm going to be doing the same thing. As you know, you got your birthday card. I know, it's getting expensive, isn't it, at the post office? So all the Christmas cards went for you ladies overseas. I posted them the same time as I posted Kim's card, her birthday card. So you'd think you'd get your birthday card and your Christmas card at the same time, Kim. All right. I want a sentiment. I think this paper just is gorgeous. It just lends itself to so many different things. Now, I want a sentiment. Oops, that went. We could do special delivery. Sent with love. A little hello with lots of love. That's nice, isn't it? Yeah, you'd have thought that, wouldn't you? Your post must be getting back to normal, is it, Kim? So we can do that, or I don't know where my Christmas one is. I'm going to have to start putting things away from Mr. Bear. He chews everything that's around. I'm sure I had the Christmas. Here we go. And that one. So we've got some Christmas ones here. So we could have Merry Christmas on the front, maybe. Sending love and joy, season's greetings, or we can mix them up. We've got cheers, sending merry, happy wishes. That's where that, no. Merry Christmas. So we could do Merry Christmas, or we could do season's greetings. This is the season. Yeah, I have mine emailed to me, most of my accounts. and then I just pay it. I don't like sending love and joy. I don't like things coming out because I work between 2 accounts. So we want sending. So I just pay them as they come in. Sending. Oh, that's 2. To you, happy. Oh, it's all one cut. I thought I would have had to do 2, but it's actually all one. Bonus. So we can put that one back. Up there. I will need some paper to smoosh it on. I'll use this. This isn't anything important, so we'll get a block. So, as normal, I'm going to use my secret seed. If I can find it. I cleaned all this up yesterday. Here it is. Cleaned it all up and there was nothing. You're a retired banker. Wow. Oh, you'd be on the ball with your spending, wouldn't you? That's nice. I should have been in a bit of a nicer font though. Close that up so I don't put my fingers in it. Oh, mark on there. And I'm going to put that in the middle. So we can pop that on. On the Suzie's hairs. At least it's on there. At least it was on the back side of it. So Mr. Bear is, oops, that was that hair, coming inside now. But he won't come up if he won't come in if the cat, you can see the cat. That's about right. So when we close that, that will come over the top like that. So we'll get that flat decorated. So I've got a piece of black card here, and this is 4 3/4 by 3 inches. So I got that. And I've got this piece which is That's 3 by 4.5. Is that big enough? Yeah. So I'll put this on. Well, they say we're going to have another big storm on Thursday. Paul hasn't worked because of the rain. Bella wants to come over and finish her box that she was making for a friend's birthday. So I'll just get this on here. Go a tiny bit. Press that down. We'll give it a bit of a help with the bone folder. And there we go. So that's our flap done now. Shortly. Okay. Okay. So I've got a black circle, which will go on there. And then I've actually cut out some Christmas trees out of the paper. Hi Terry, how you going? Hi Margaret. Lovely to see you all. Thank you for popping in. So we're going to put our Christmas tree on the black one. Get it just as straight as I can for a circle. And we're going to put that one on the front. So centre it as best you can and have your trees straight, of course. Otherwise, if we have wonky trees, don't we? Hi, Sue, how you going? So there's our flap. I could have probably trimmed a bit off there. And then when you open it, you've got so we might so if we put season's greeting, do you think it needs one on the bottom here? What else have we got? 'Tis the season. Season's greetings. Not in anything too big. Help to have it the right way, wouldn't it? Season's greetings. We could put on the bottom there. That one seems all right. It is a top flap fun fold. And I think I got it off Jan Dolan. I know his surname was Dolan, and I think it was first name was Jan. So put it the right way will help. So is anybody going to On Stage? They came out yesterday. It is a bit of a tongue twister, isn't it? So apparently it's in Sydney this year, but I went last year because it was in Brisbane, but I don't think that I'll be going to the one in Sydney. Now if it went to New Zealand, something like that, where I haven't been, I would go. That'd be nice to make a whole holiday out of it as well. So I think that's one of these. Let's stamp it. There we go, that's the one. We'll cut that out. I'll use the little mini. Now you know Lorraine will be on at 12:30 today. Yeah. It costs a fortune too, Tanya. I went last year because it was where I live. And without the airfares, it cost me over $1,000. So if you add your airfares on that, makes it expensive. And I think somebody said the next one is in Melbourne. And I've been to Melbourne a few times. Ooh. It will be a long recovery. Roz will be thinking of you too and sending healing vibes. Tanya, your husband's surgery is Friday, is it? That sounds like thunder. I wish I could be a neat crafter instead of having stuff all over the place. I've got stuff on my kitchen bench because when they put the table together, they got half of it under the kitchen bench. Yeah, I wouldn't like to see you swimming there, hey? So I thought we might put that on the bottom there. What do you think, top or bottom? I think we'll use some of that gorgeous twine. No, that's not lace. I think the black and this, I was just going to use gold, but we got the black and the gold here. Yeah, it will layer up for Christmas. Hi, Glenda. So I think we'll put that there, and then we'll put a bow. Scissors. Where's my ribbon scissors? Oh, I can't get them off my hand. It's not going to cut through, is it? So now where have I done with my ribbon scissors? There we go, hiding. Jim, you crack me up. Pull that tight. But I could make piggybacking anybody as well. I think we had this conversation about being short a few weeks ago. Use the right scissors, then I won't make a mess of it. I've got to prop that up actually. What do you think? Put it there and put the bow on the bottom of the Christmas tree. I'm going to pop it up anyway. I think Dimensionals was on that 40% off too, I think. You had your other foot done. Yeah, definitely. So what do you think? We put the... I'm going to have to sort these drawers out again. I get them in such a mess moving things around. It would be very hard to get about once it's done. So I'm going to put the bow on my blue dot. And then I'm going to put it, and I can get my little things straight. So it looks like it's tied around the Christmas tree. And I'm going to poke that through. It doesn't seem to want to stay. Come here. There we go. You can always stick them down with another glue dot, but I'm going to put Season's Greetings there. All right, using his yeah. That's for sure, Tanya. Being positive it does help you. Now we'll get rid of these. That would be good to be able to help you there, Roz, when he's retired. So, that's our card so far. We need some gems. And we'll need some Winter Stella as well. So I've got 3 of them here. I think they're all nearly empty, or one is empty. I think they're ready to go in the bin because I have already refilled them. Yeah. That's good when you have the sick leave that you haven't taken it. And you can use it up. Now, we want some gems. Gems, gems, gems. Up. Did that go up then? Gold druses. You think these ones? Oh, we've got these ones. You know, some of these, I don't even use them. I got these from last year. I think I've used them once. And now we've got... Oh, we've got these ones. So... it can be hard. Yeah, can you ever train them? So we've got black ones here, and we've got the gold ones here, all the gold druses, which I think Kim said about the gold druses, yeah. So do we think the gold druses will be the best ones? Anybody got an idea? Let's try making a shaker card one day. So which ones do we think we should go with? The gold druses? The gold sparkly ones? Oh, I've got some black and white ones here. These are sort of a nothing, aren't they? Oh, I've got 2 packs of those. So what do you think? Go with the druses? Withhold the food? Oh, the poor guy wouldn't stand a chance there, Kim. So we're going to do this. And this is a very pretty card with these, this paper. See you later, Tanya. Have a good day. Take care. So, we said the druses. Oh, Kim did. So I'm going to put one on the middle of the Christmas tree. And then that look cute. One there. Oh, I haven't got another little one. I'll have to open the other packet. Not wrong with me, I've already used one. And I've still got 2 packets left. I was going to put one down here, but I think I'll put it up there. There we go. I'll put those away. When these first came out, I was using them just on about everything. And then I'm going to take our Winker Stella. I'm going to just put it on the black Christmas tree. Yep, you can see that. So then we want sprinkle a bit. Open up our flap. Tucking the brush there. So there we go. So that's number 3. And it is our front flap. Our front flap card. So I hope you enjoyed that. It's something a little bit different. And we've got 2 cards made now. 3 cards, I mean. So this one was Monday, which is an interlocking card. Oh, that's the, what's it on? There it is. Then we had this one. And see, we're using circles and squares too. And of course, then we've got the one we just made. Laughter is the best medicine. That's very true, Roz. So then we've got this one. All right, I'll come back up the top. Just bear with me a minute while I change my camera around. Oh, thank you, Roz. Thank you so much. We will be thinking of you when you go and have your operation. Was it 19th of December, was it? I think it was. I'm just going back and checking. It was before training him. I think he said the 19th. today's your favourite? Yes, the 19th. I thought it was. I'll put that down in my calendar. Sometimes I think I'll remember them, but then I don't. So, when I saw the doctor yesterday, he said to me, "Oh, you went to the memory clinic?" And I said, "Yeah, I did." And then he said to me, "Did you give me this piece of paper?" Because they have a piece of paper with your weight and blood pressure on it. And I said, "Yeah, I did." He said, "Oh, I think I might have to go to the memory clinic." So funny. Yeah. All right, thanks, ladies. Thank you for coming in. Yes, we'll all be thinking of you, Roz. We've got Tanya's husband's operation is on Friday, so we'll hope everything goes well for him. So I'll be doing cards probably right until Christmas. Yeah, I think so. I've got nothing exciting happening, so I don't even know what we're doing for Christmas this year. Nobody tells me till the last minute. So, all right, I have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for joining me. And I hope you have a fabulous day or night for our ladies overseas. That you have a sweet dreams, and I will see you tomorrow with another card. Take care, and if you're driving, just watch out for the idiots on the road. It's silly season started early this year, I think, with the road cars on the road. Just stupid. Sorry, what was that, Sue? Oh, it certainly is, Sue. You can say that again. All right, you ladies, take care, and hopefully we can have a chat tomorrow as well. Bye.